Heidi-ho, kids, it's video learning time, and today you are going to be learning about perimeter, circumference, and area of 4 shapes that we all know and love. The first shape is a square, and here I have a picture of a square, and each side length of this square is S. So if I want to find the perimeter of the square, and I think of the perimeter as, like if I had a square backyard, the perimeter would be the amount of fence going around the backyard. So to find the perimeter, I just do 4 times S, because pretty much it's S plus S plus S plus S. The area of a square is, and this is, I don't think my PowerPoint did the superscript. Okay, so cross that out, scribble that right out, that's bad. So the area of a square equals S squared. And what I wrote here is S squared basically means S times S. So let's do a quick example. What if my side length was 3? If my side length was 3, then the perimeter would be 4 times, and I just plug in 3 for S, 4 times 3, or 12, and my area would be 3 squared, or 3 times 3, which is 9. Now, let me make that 9 so it looks like a 9. Well, that doesn't. So let me erase it and redo that. So my 9 looks like a 9. Sort of. Also, I did not include the units, and I should have. If this was 3 inches, my perimeter would also be in inches, but my area would be in inches squared. All right, that's our first shape. Our second shape is a rectangle, which is another quadrilateral with 4 right angles. The length is L and the width is W. Again, the perimeter is L plus W plus L plus W. So the perimeter is 2 times L, because it's L and L, plus 2 times W, which is W and W. The area would be L times W. So let's do an example. Let's say my L was 10 feet, and my W, holy cow, this stylus does not work well, was 4 feet. So my perimeter would be 2 times L, 2 times 10, plus 2 times W, which is 2 times 4. So I have 20, plus 8, or 28 feet. My area would be L times W, which is 10 times 4, or 40 feet squared. The next 2 shapes that we're going to talk about, the first is triangles, and the second is circles. So here we have a triangle. This is an isosceles triangle because this angle and this angle are equal, and this side are equal. However, we could have any kind of triangle. So let me redraw that. So we could have any kind of triangle. Let's take this one. Here is a triangle, and this is not isosceles, it's not equilateral, it's scalene. So if I had, I've got 3 side lengths. I have A, I have B, I have A, B, and C. Okay, I also have this imaginary line going from one vertex to B, when B is my base. So let's make this imaginary line. And this line meets the base at a right angle, and that's called H, or my height. So to find the perimeter, I just add A and B and C together. To find my area, I multiply my base times my height and divide that by 2. Sometimes you've seen it as 1/2 base times height. So if I had a triangle and A was 2, B was 3, and no, let's not do an example like that right now. Let's just not. No, let's. And C was 4, and my height was 1. Let's just say, to find the perimeter, I would do 2 plus 3 plus 4. 2 plus 3 plus 4. Holy cow. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. That would be my perimeter. And again, that would, if this was all in inches, then my perimeter would be in inches. My area would be my base times my height. So B is 3 times 1, all divided by 2. So it would be 3/2. And that would be in inches squared. Okay. Our next shape is circles. And our circle is like that, although it should be better. That's my center point. Now my diameter is a line that goes from one side of the circle through the center point to the other side. So that's diameter. My radius is any line that goes from my center point to one edge of the circle. That's my radius. Now, my radius is my diameter divided by 2. It's always half the diameter. So this pi, I wrote down pi because I couldn't find my pi symbol. But pi is this little symbol right here. And the value of pi is about 3, hold on. The value of pi is 3.1415, and it goes on and on and on and on forever and ever, and it doesn't repeat and it doesn't terminate, so it's irrational. So to find my circumference, I multiply 2 times my radius times pi. So if my radius was 3, my circumference would be 2 times 3 times pi. Or we could just say 6 pi. And if my radius was in inches, then my circumference would also be in inches. Now if you want, you can multiply 6 by 3.1415 and get a number, or you can leave it like this. This is a perfectly good answer. The area of a circle is pi times my radius squared. And so if my radius is 3, then it would be pi times 3 squared, or 9 pi. And again, this is in inches squared. Now I just noticed up here that my area, it says pi r squared. That's bad. Let's cross that out, because a 2 is not a superscript. It's not an exponent. So let's go up here, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. So, some examples. I'll just do a few examples. Let's say I have a square. No, let's not. Let's say I have a rectangle. And it's 3 feet and 7 feet. Well, if I want to know my perimeter, I do 2 times L plus 2 times W, which is 2 times 7 plus 2 times 3, which is 14, plus 6, or 20 feet. If I want to find my area, it'll be 3 times 7, it's length times width, and that gives me 21 feet squared. I will do another example for you, and I'm going to erase this because I need my room. So let me erase this, and our next example is going to be a triangle, but the triangle, this is going to be a little different. So let's say I have my triangle, and I know that the height of my triangle is 10 feet. I don't know what the base is. I know that the area equals 15 feet squared. What I want to know is, what is my base? So I'm going to set up my formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to plug in what I know. I know my area is 15. I don't know what my base is, and I know that my height is 10 divided by 2. Okay, so I need to solve for this variable right here. So I want to get everything on the other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So those cancel. I have 2 times 15, or 30. So I have 30 equals b times 10. Now I want to get b by itself, so I divide both sides by 10. Turns out b equals 3. And again, that would be in feet. So when you're solving these area problems, you may get area, and you may need to find a missing length or height. You may have the length and a height, and you need to find the area or the perimeter. So I will give you a problem to do, to try for tomorrow. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to, I'll have you do, let me think here. Let's say that you have a square, and the side lengths are 7 inches. So find the perimeter and find the area. And then, let's say you have a circle, and okay, so the radius is given 6 inches. So I'd like you to find the area and the circumference. All right, good luck, and we'll start with these tomorrow.